Hey guys, so I wanted to make a follow-up to my last video where I was talking about the Course in Miracles and the stuff relating to that, regarding shifting your perception and asking for a correction in how you're seeing something. And I wanted to relate it to action, because I've talked on here a lot about how in this community there is a total lack of emphasis, specifically the Neville Goddard community, of emphasis on taking action to get the things you want. And Neville Goddard does say repeatedly that no action is required, and what that means has been a topic of great debate in the community, because people who I think have experienced using manifestation to get the things of the world will often tell you that no, what ended up happening was I took a ton of action. It was just mentally effortless in many ways. And, that's what you end up hearing from people, while others are just, adamant that no, this is about getting the things of the world without doing anything. And to me, that is just missing a gigantic point. No action is required ever. It's never required for you to act. But that's because you can, in any given moment, decide that everything is good as it is. No action is really ever required. All that's ever really required is a mental shift. But it's hard to put that into perspective when you're looking at Neville Goddard from purely material terms, which I think most people are. And most people it's not even their fault. They're just not at a point where they can go beyond that yet. I mean, we're born here, we're in this material world in a physical body, and the vast majority of people don't really ever get outside of that through no fault of their own. It's just, I think it's really difficult to understand Neville Goddard, especially, since he wrote what he wrote long ago. I think if Neville Goddard were around today, he would be saying the things he said in a different way that was easier for today's folks to understand. So there wouldn't be so much confusion. I really think a lot has gotten lost in translation because of the time period during which he was writing, which was similar enough to now that, the language isn't Old English, but it was dissimilar enough to now to be really confusing for a lot of people. So anyway, yes, for the things of the world, it's possible that you're going to have to take a lot of action. If you want to try to get something in the 3D world and you can take action to get it, I would do that. In my personal experience, it's been the fast track, essentially. But what's missing from that is how little you're going to actually get from getting the things in the 3D world. What really has to happen is a shift in your perception and your mind. Eventually, in order to get the things that you think you're going to get from obtaining these 3D objects, you're going to have to recognize that it requires a personal internal shift that is probably, the greatest challenge for anybody in their lives, and also requires a lot of mental discipline. I've yet to find anything worthwhile that doesn't require some level of discipline. Anyway, so all of that is to say that it's difficult maintaining a consistent message about certain things on this channel because of who, in my mind, I'm talking to at any given time that I'm making a video. A lot of people are after the things of the world, and frankly, they need to get them in order to move on. And for other people, there's a message that you can hear. And I don't know who I'm talking to when I make these. I don't know who they're for. They're definitely not for me. The comments are turned off. I don't make any money from this. I don't have my sights set on anything from this YouTube channel, literally, other than just satisfying this sort of inner urge that I have to make these videos. I don't know where they came from. It just started suddenly in 2020 during a time when I was having a spiritual awakening. So something about sharing this is important. And something about what I'm saying today is important to somebody, or I wouldn't be saying it. That I know for sure. It is a very, very weird thing to try to get used to for my rational mind. Why am I saying this? Who does this apply to? What's going on here? I've literally been making this entire channel without any idea why. In my mind, I was like, well, I've achieved all these business goals. I have essentially met all the money goals that I had. I mean, I want more money, obviously. I'm a human. I'm not some elevated being. I still want more money. But there's no real driving force behind that for me. I've hit all the goals. Any goals bigger than this are just they're not anything that I want. And so for me, maybe making this at first or at some point, I was thinking, well, maybe it's just that I need another accomplishment. Or I would like another accomplishment, like getting 100,000 followers on YouTube. To me, at some point, I was like, well, that would be cool. That it's like for me with money, getting 1 million YouTube followers is just like so out there that whatever. The same thing with becoming somebody with $1 billion is just like so out there that doesn't even really interest me. There's nothing about that seems exciting. Actually, having 1 million followers seems a little scary to me, actually. But 100,000, becoming a millionaire, like those are things that are close enough to me that could be like, oh, okay, well, most people don't do that, and it's an achievement. So, but honestly, I have come to view that completely differently. Since being a moderator on Neville Goddard, I've realized that the number of followers you have on YouTube is completely meaningless if you don't know who they are. There are some total trash talkers on this platform on YouTube that have 100,000 followers or more that are literally saying nothing of value. So that has lost all value to me. So, which is also, I think, part of the reason why I didn't disable comments before was that I wasn't sure how that would affect things. And, I was just like, well, I don't want to make this if nobody's going to be able to watch it. But now I just realized that, really this is only a medium for getting a message to somebody. That's it. I don't know who, I don't know why. And until I stop feeling like I need to make these or, then I'll just keep doing it. So anyway, I hope there was something in there that reaches whoever it was supposed to reach. And that's it. Have a great day.